All right. Um, Welcome to the first episode of Locker Room Dribble. Pleasure to have the man himself, Mr. Izayah Mauriohooho, Leafa. Man, it's good to see you, bro. It's been a while.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, I just wanted to. Locker Room Dribble is all about it's just about getting to know, I guess, a bit more about the players. It's all about bringing mana back to the black singlet and also talking about those experiences, bro, but we'll touch on that stuff a little bit later on. But yeah, man, how's it been? So you're in, tell us about where you're in at the moment, bro.
Just in quarantine for 2 weeks. I got like three more days left, so just grinding those 14 days out, and then back straight to the court. But there's not much to do, in the isolation. All you got to do is, they give you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But apart from that, you're just trying to do, home body workouts and body weight workouts. And I'm lucky I got a bike here, so being able to get some cardio in now and then and just kill time as I can.
Yeah, so when did you arrive exactly, bro? Like, when did you get in?
I landed on the 13th.
Yeah.
So I've been here for 11 days now, and then I get out on Saturday morning around 7 a.m., 6 a.m.
Cool. And tell us, how was that, bro, coming in from overseas and straight into quarantine? Like, what was it like at the airport, bro, for you? Like, what was the whole process like?
So as soon as we got on the plane, we had to wear masks at all times. So I was just had a mask on the plane the whole time. It was uncomfortable, but yeah, there's those rules. And then you got off the plane, and it's basically just security everywhere in the airport, and then they just escorting you basically through customs. They give you a temperature check just when you get there. Sign papers they see if your temperature's high. If it's high, then you go on to some hotel that the coronavirus, all of the people that have it or have high temperature go to a certain hotel, and then go to the other people go to the other quarantine hotel. So that's where I'm at right now.
So what have you been doing to keep yourself occupied, bro? What have you been up to?
I normally wake up pretty early and they normally knock on your door when they tell you your food's here. So they come pretty early around 7 a.m. Just a loud knock on the door to let you know your breakfast is here. So I'm normally up around then, have breakfast and then just chill until I normally sign up for walks, because you can go down to the wharf for about 45 minutes. So we just go down to the wharf, sign up around 9, leave here at 9:15. They're normally all booked out too, so you have to book on the day. That's normally get back about 10:30, and then get a little workout in around 11, and after that 12, it's basically lunchtime. And then from there on, I'm just chilling, playing PlayStation. Not much else to do.
How did you get the PlayStation in your room? Someone dropped that off for you, or what? Was it already there?
I bought it when I was in isolation in the States, and brought it over there and then just brought it back. I had to order a power cord though online, because I still had the American power cord.
Yeah. True. Right. How's so tell us about basketball and what you've got on now, because there's obviously the NBL drafts kicked off, over the last couple of days. And yeah, do you want to tell us about who you've signed with and when you're able to play?
I signed with Stanford. The Auckland Huskies signed me through the draft. It was definitely a different format, and we've had it any of the times, and play for them. So I get out on Saturday morning around 6, 7 a.m. That's when I'm be able to get released. And then I was talking to Kevin Barriswell, the coach. He just said we'll get a quick workout in that morning, because we play 5:30 Saturday night. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, just tough being in this isolation.
So you pretty much go straight from quarantine onto the court, right? Pretty much.
Basically, yeah, straight to watch some film, get the plays, as much as I can, and then get a workout in and chill until game time.
And so you see you've got a bike in there at the moment. What else have you been doing, brother? Tell us about the creative exercises regime.
Not YouTube, just be searching some classes on YouTube. I got some dumbbells I just use now and then. There's only so much you can do with that, but basically all body weight stuff, like all squats and good burpees. And I got a basketball here too, so I just take that down to the wharf and dribble it around as much as I can.
Yeah. Bro, so tell us about Sac State. Like so you were over on obviously on a D1 scholarship, and you're finished, right? This is your
Yeah, finished now.
Tell us about that whole experience, bro, because I know for a fact that just out of Wellington City, we don't have a lot of players, male players, right? Go on D1 scholarships, and you're probably one of the first in a while. And since I can't actually tell you anyone else that's gone on it, bro. So like, tell us what that experience was like playing for Sacramento State.
Started back in 2016. I went over there, 19 years old. I went over and by myself in July. I remember it's 2016. We had a trip to Taiwan. That was the first hit out type of preseason thing. So I went to Sac for about 10, 11 days, and we're just doing double days. That was the first time we got there, doing double days, getting ready for this tournament. And then went to Taiwan. We were there for about 2 weeks, and that was a good experiment. Just experiencing different things and just getting, hanging around all the boys that I'll be playing with for the next few years. And it was definitely good for myself and just to get used to, the American culture. Yeah. And then I was there for 2 weeks, and then, we had 3 weeks off, so I came back home for those 3 weeks, and then went back to Sac, and that was official. I was there for the whole next 4 years, and I'd come back for about 6 weeks every year during the summer break over there, and that was all the time we got off. So 6 weeks off, and the rest was just ball.
Yeah, man. But you've pretty much before we talk about what you came out with and the other end of the 4 years, we've got a lot of kids, a lot of people, young Kiwis that are coming through the system, right? And there's this stream that they want to go on scholarship. They want to get a scholarship. They want to go play ball in the States. But I think I heard that we've got one of the highest numbers of returnees that don't actually finish. Because they either go over there and they find it's too hard, or they go over and then something happens, right? And then they come back home. Bro, like from your experience, like what's some advice that you could pass on to, I guess, the next generation coming through that are looking to go over on scholarship? Because you've lived and breathed it, bro. You've come out 4 years, you've stuck it out. What's the difference, or what sort of things that I guess you were able to do to stay there for 4 years, bro? Like, because it's different over here. We all think we just want the scholarship, but we don't actually know about the hard work that goes in. Tell us, bro, what was the difference with you, like when you went over there?
I think getting the experience from like the older, when I was playing Saints at a young age, and like from yourself, getting the experience, and I think that definitely helped mature myself, for me to develop, to be able to, go across the country to another country, away from your family and friends, and you just got to build new friends. And I mean, it's just depends how much you really want it. I enjoyed my time over there, and some people don't like it over there, some people do, and I was fortunate enough to be in a good place in Sacramento, and apart from that, it was just a great experience.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, talk to us then about, because you loved it so much, and like I look at your journey, bro, and I mean, I had the pleasure of playing with your dad, with G, and he was a soldier when he played, and I know that talk to us a little bit about how he prepared you, bro, before you went over to the States, because I know that you guys, I remember, you know, that you guys were doing stuff together. You know, how
Yeah.
did he prepare you, bro, before you went?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were prepared. I was, you know, he'll take me through workouts, and my mum would come, you know, just to help rebound. So, you know, it was always us three, and then if she wasn't there, it was just me and my dad. But we were getting as many workouts as we could. You know, he coached high school team here at St. Pat's Wellington, so duly proud. Um,
Yeah, you know it.
he coached me basically there, and he'll just keep, you know, I think he's a big part of pushing me towards, you know, where I am today and the goal that, you know, I kind of set for myself. But just the individual workouts, you know, we'll get up early, 6 a.m., whatever it is. You know, it was hard to find gyms back then, but, you know, we were thankful, you know, St. Pat's, we had the keys and they allowed us to, you know, use their gym. So every morning, you know, we're just in there as much as we could and just getting extra shots up, you know, here and there. And because like back then I was playing St. Pat's and Saints at the same time. So I'd have St. Pat's training and then go straight to Saints. So I think that helped too in being able to, you know, get the experience and then bring it back to school competition. And I think there's not much you can do when you play with like, you know, older crowd, and me still being at school, being able to just experience and soak all that, everything that all the knowledge and stuff. So that definitely helped.
Yeah, man. Talk to us about the Saints, bro. Like, because you got a championship, right?
Yeah,
How many have you got?
just one.
Just one. Just one. So how old were you when you got your first chip, bro? And how was that experience like for you being in the Saints back then at that age?
First championship, 2014. I was 17 years old. You know, I still remember it because, you know, it was a good memory for myself being young. And just, I mean, it was a great team. I still watching some of the highlights from their final game. So, you know, I still take those memories back, and just having, uh, just hard to explain, you know, your first championship at a, you know, that professional level. And I mean, it was just an exciting team, you know, everyone was close. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it was just brotherhood, I guess.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember because we played in that team together, right? That championship, and I remember you coming in, I
Yeah,
think, after the half, and then you knocked down those two big threes in a row, right? Is that right?
yeah, yeah.
And that pretty much extended. Like I felt like that was the turning point, but bro, like at 17 years old, for you to come in at on a great like at the dance, you know, it's the final
Yeah,
in the NBL.
it was
Like
loud too. The crowd was into it.
I'm just looking at your age, like at 17. Like if I was at 17 and I was coming in that environment, bro, I'd drop my balls. I wouldn't be able to do
But
it.
too, when we won the game, you know, I was on the quiet the ball, I think, and I just threw it up
Yeah,
just
yeah,
out
yeah.
of excitement. And then, I mean, I remember seeing my family at the top of the stands, and I just ran up to them and I just gave them hugs and stuff. So
Yeah, man. Oh, it was an awesome moment, bro. And yeah, it was just cool. It would have been cool if your old man was still playing for a few more years, eh? Because now I don't think there's ever been a father and son combo in our NBL here in New Zealand. So, but hey, it's all good. It's all good, bro. So, going back to the States before you came over and went into quarantine, bro, like, you know, there's been a whole lot of things happen with this COVID situation, right? Um, but there was also the whole Black Lives Matter situation that happened, right? Did you see any of that whole thing going on in the States before you came over, bro? Or were you involved in that, or
uh,
were you involved in any of the marches? Because I know some of your when you took Brotherhood, right? You probably built that
yeah,
same
yeah,
relationship with some of your boys in your team.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
What was that like, bro, over there?
It's definitely a big, you know, touchy subject over there, and I mean, you're either with them or against them, and you know, I was just always with them, you know, no matter what. And you know, I was lucky enough to, you know, go on a march there and just protest with them, and it was like you were just proud, you know, proud to be who you are, type of thing. And I mean, I just embraced what they're doing over there and
Yeah,
support them 100%.
yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie, bro. When all of that stuff went down, and I was thinking about you still being over there, I was thinking, man, I was gonna tell G, just get your boy back. You know, find a way to get him back home quick. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
thinking about your safety and all,
definitely
but
got crazy over there though with all the looting and
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, they
yeah.
got to change something. So I mean,
Yo, for real, right? Yeah, look, man. So you're back now. Obviously itching to get back on the court, bro, on Saturday. Um, and I'm sure, like, I don't know if you've seen any of the games in the draft, bro, but let's talk about the draft. Yeah, like, what's your view on the draft? How do you think about what are your thoughts around the new format?
it's definitely different.
Yeah, be
Just
honest, man. It's all good with me.
I mean, it was cool. It was. I mean, I was just thankful to get picked up and start my professional career. But the draft was definitely something I never thought would have happened. But props to them for making something happen
Yeah,
with all this COVID stuff. But no, I think it was a good way to get basketball started again. But yeah, it's just a lot of young people, including myself.
yeah, yeah. Bro, so did you watch the draft when they picked and pulled all the names out of the ballot?
Yeah,
What
I was in the States though. I was there. The next day I was about to leave, but I was over there watching it.
mm,
I couldn't even get it on my stream, so I had to, my uncle FaceTime me, and I was just watching it off of his phone. He was just pointing at the TV, and then that's just when I seen everything happen.
so what did it feel like, bro, when your name got pulled in the first round? How was that?
I was just excited, ready. There wasn't really much, just
Yeah,
emotions and all over the place.
yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man. So I know we chopped it up a bit the other night. Last night, I think it was, where we were talking about, some of the games that have been going on. And all through that game, the Huskies' first game, the team that you were drafted to, they kept mentioning your name. You know, how does it feel going in, bro? Is there any pressure on you? You feel like the expectation of Izayah, Mr. Izayah, coming into the fold is going to change a lot in the team, bro? Like, how are you going to approach it, bro? And how are you feeling about it all?
I'm just excited, I mean, I haven't played basketball since, our college, it was
Mm,
like March 17th or something. I was still playing for, Sac State. And we just got on the bus and coach gets a call and just tells us, yeah, games have been cancelled because COVID's just taken over and cancelling the whole league. So that was the last time I played around March 17th or something. And definitely gutted that's the way their season ended over there. But it's obviously bigger than basketball right now. But
yeah,
I'm just excited more than anything just to get out there and start playing again.
yeah, man. Bro, tell us about that last game, your last college game, because you played. Was it Weber?
Yeah, against Weber State.
Yeah, bro, like, educate us, bro. Like, who are some of the big names that played at Weber, or if there were any, bro? Because I heard there was one.
Yeah,
Yeah, tell us who played for Weber, because you guys beat them, right?
yeah, we beat them to advance to the next round. But the biggest name was Damian Lillard, underdog. Played at Weber State, and now he's one of the top players in the league right now.
Yeah. So you guys got them, you beat them, right?
Yeah, we beat them by about 10, I think. So
Yeah,
they were happy for that. And I had my family there too. They came to watch my last few games, and
that's awesome.
unfortunately they couldn't, watch us advance through the playoffs.
Who would you guys have played next? Do you know?
So we were about to play Eastern Washington. They came out conference champs during the season. So I mean, I was looking forward to it. It was going to be a good game. But
Yeah.
then on that bus got cancelled, so drove back to Sac.
And yeah, bro. Like, When you think back to Sac State, bro, over the last 4 years, Zay, what's been the biggest improvement in your game? So one, there's two things I want to ask, right? So what's been the biggest improvement in your game, like between the lines, in terms of on the court, but
Yeah.
also off the court? What's one of the things that have helped you stay solid, like mindset wise, bro?
I think defensively, because I was always the guy that kind of had to guard the opposition's best player. So, I just took that upon my hands and just, because I didn't want to let my guy score because then kind of letting the team down. And then, you see it in film. Film doesn't lie. And when you watch film the next day, you don't want to see yourself being busted. So
Oh, for real.
I'm trying to take it upon myself on defensive end. And because, you get stops and you can just get out and run and offense will come eventually. And then just staying confident in everything I did because, it's just myself over there. And definitely just experience kind of help too, facing a lot of them, are fast and athletic.
Yeah.
So just having to stay in front of them and go against kind of the most athletic because they are the most athletic people.
Yeah, bro. Ryan, have you? I'm sure you've seen your highlight reel already, bro. But I've seen it going viral online, bro, and all I see is just threes all over, and it's crazy, bro. It's nice to see. You know what I mean? So your parents must be really proud of you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All of those training sessions where your mom was rebounding and then your dad just putting the wood on you, bro. I guess it all paid off, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. So, bro, talk to us about the black singlet, bro. Like, Locker Room Dribble. The reason why we started this was because we just wanted to bring, reinforce the mana in behind, the black singlet, and I know you've done a lot of things, bro. You've won a chip with the Saints. You've gone over to Sac State, bro. You've knocked off some big teams. You've played in Taiwan in that tournament over there. You've done a whole range of things, bro. What's the highlight? What's the biggest highlight in your career, bro?
Probably putting the black singlet on, at such a young age. I was 16 years old.
16 years old?
Yeah. The weirdest thing, though, is my first ever New Zealand team, making the New Zealand team, was the Tall Blacks. Like, that's the crazy part. I never made, the junior, like the under 16s or under 14s New Zealand teams. The first team I made was Tall Blacks. And then after that, it just, that following year, I made under 18s and then went to JTBs, Junior Tall Blacks, made that.
Yeah,
And it just kind of led on.
You made the Tall Blacks first, and then after that, you made the under 18s.
Under 18s, yeah. So the Tall Blacks was literally my first New Zealand team I played for. Like, I was just looking back at it, like, that was really my first team I played for New Zealand.
So, bro, tell me about why that is. Why do you reckon that was, bro? Is it because when you were coming up, you weren't good enough, or when you were coming up, you never got invited to the trials, or you got overlooked? What was the reason? Do you think because, bro, I look at that, that's amazing, man. Like, you didn't come to the age grades, and the first New Zealand team you made was the Tall Blacks.
Probably just, I just kind of put my own self to it and just say that I was overlooked and they didn't want me, and kind of just had that chip on my shoulder throughout, from not making those age group teams, and then kind of just keep working, and eventually it paid off to making Tall Blacks back in 2013.
So you did trial for some of those age grade teams coming through.
Yeah, so I was trialing for some of those age group teams and didn't make the cut.
What was the feedback you got, bro? Did you get any feedback around what you needed to work on or why you didn't get picked when you were coming through, or did you not know?
They just either said you're on the team or you're cut, and then I just took that as like put that chip on my shoulder and just was like, all right, then I'm just keep working and it's paying off, but still work to do. But
And that chip on your shoulder turned into a Saints chip, eh? Wheelchair people, right? Then you thought, okay, I'm just going to go and make the Tall Blacks and that'll shut everything down.
And that was a good experience, and
Yeah.
just started from there.
So what, did you lead the haka then also, or what?
So the kid in the house. I was still learning it myself.
Did you know the haka or what?
Yeah, no.
Oh, funny, bro. Yeah, nah. Oh, man. I think I remember seeing that game, and I remember you coming in off the bench, bro, and was like, I was just in disbelief, eh? Like,
Yeah, I was in shock too about making the team, because I remember the following week was under 19s for
yeah,
reps. So I was national under 19s, and I was looking forward to it. I was like thinking, yeah, I can't wait to play this, you know. I wasn't expecting to make the team. I was just kind of going for the experiments, and my name was called, and then I was shocked. I just called my parents. I was like, damn, I made the team. You know, just happy and excited.
man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So you're the second youngest Tall Black in history, right?
Yeah, after Taiwan,
It's not bad. It's not bad. Right, so accolades wise, bro, you've done a lot. You know, you've got a championship at 17, you made the Tall Blacks at 16, you know, bro, like, you know, I've seen it online that you're on the honors board for Sac State for like a few categories as well, right? So man, I just but it doesn't stop there, right? Like in terms of your journey, how like do you feel like I've done enough now, I'm just gonna chill, or is this only the beginning for Izayah?
no, definitely just the beginning. Still got a lot to improve on in every area, on and off the course. So just taking it one step at a time, and
Yeah,
yeah.
nice, bro, nice. Yo, so let's talk about let's talk about your plans after this draft, bro. Like I know that you're gonna be here. It's a 5 to 6 week season or something, right?
Yeah.
What are the next steps for Izayah, bro? What have you got planned, or what's on the radar at the moment for you, bro?
It's nothing really planned, but goal is to get some onto a roster for ANBL, and basically that's the ultimate goal for now. Just to play this NBL, try and get this championship, and hopefully make a ANBL roster for the up and coming season.
Yeah. Well, just I just wanted to ask a couple of things, bro, just in terms of some advice for some of our young kids that are coming through the system at the moment, Zay. Because you came so early into the fold, into like environments like the Saints and obviously the Tall Blacks, and then into Sac State, with the first of scholarship and all. Like for young kids coming from New Zealand now who are looking to go on scholarship, bro, what's some advice that you could give them, bro, in terms of preparation before they head over, bro? Like what's the best thing they can do, and what can they expect when they get over there? Because I'm just keen to hear what your training regime is like each week. Like, what do you do each week, bro? Like over there, that sort of stuff.
At college, so we normally get there around July 9th. That's kind of when we have to be back, and if school's not in, we have to take a summer class, and then we just kind of work out, have kind of individual workouts and little group two people, 3 people workouts until that goes for until the end of August, and then you get like a little week off, having to wake up at 4:15, and then we do conditioning for about an hour and a half, and then get a little skill work in for about 30 to an hour, and then normally go get a breakfast or something to eat, and then go straight to classes. Our classes kind of start at 9 a.m. to about 1-ish, and then we'll have like a weight session at 1:30 to about 3, And then after that, it's kind of just your, chill time and just to relax. But then you got to do it all over again the next day. So you kind of got to get your rest in and making sure you hydrate and everything. But then once conditioning's finished, then it's just all hoops, practices. What was it? Kind of just basically every day. Kind of get the weekends off now and then, depending on your season. And then once the season hits, it's kind of just maintaining your body, staying injury free, and taking care of your body. It's a lot of film in college, though. I mean, I did not like film.
Yeah.
Because you just hours and hours of film. Sometimes, in our team, some of the dudes be falling asleep, and you have to kind of wake them up because if the coaches see that, then we're in trouble and we've got to run. But I mean, yeah. Apart from that, that's kind of what the schedule is, and you got to make sure your grades are still up too. Because I mean, if your grades aren't up, then they won't allow you to play.
So what was it like? Two a days, 3 a days during the week?
Just in the summer. Summer was 2 a days, but once the school started, it was just once a day.
Yeah, that's not too bad, eh?
Yeah, so that was good.
Was there ever a time where you were like, yo, I'm over this, I want to go home?
It wasn't really like that. I mean, when I first got there, I was like, we had conditioning at 5 a.m. and I was like, man, I'm over this, and kind of feeling a little homesick because I'd been away from my family and friends, and it was just me over there. But then you just kind of just grind through it, and after a while, you kind of get used to it, and then just college becomes fun. Get involved in things, make new friends, and after that, I loved being at college and kind of gave me a good experience.
Making new friends, eh? My man. Oh man, cool, man. So fast forward the clock, bro. 4 years done. Izayah is now not a little cub anymore. He's turned into a lion, eh? So tell us, bro, how what you graduated with, bro. Like, what did you come out of Sacramento State with?
I graduated with public relations.
Yeah.
Communication. So yeah, that's what I came out with, mate.
That's why you're so articulate in this environment, eh? It's easy work for you, huh? Oh, bro. Well, man. So Huskies, who have you guys got? We'll finish. We're about to finish this off, bro. But tell us who you guys are playing on Saturday.
I play Mauriohooho Jets on Saturdays. So get a quick workout on Saturday morning after I get out at 6, 7 a.m. and then
go to work.
To play. Yeah, just go to work.
Do you know anyone in the Jets familiar with that team? Scouting report you've been
just been watching the film on the TV, hotel TV, so trying to get my little what I can.
Yeah. Awesome, bro. Well, look, man, bro, I got a lot of love for you, bro, and I'm really proud of your whole journey, bro. So it's good to have you back home. And we'll be glued to the TV on Saturday to see the man take the court. But wishing you all the best, brother, and we'll see you throughout the season. We're gonna hit up with the family and come and watch a game of yours or something. All right.
Yeah.
Levels. Okay, bro. Take care.
Yeah. Levels.